Hi everybody, it's Tiffany from Uncensored Dolls, and I'm probably going to be going on another rant video today, because I like to rant. My life is stressful and I like to relieve it by ranting on YouTube. Oh well, anyways, I hope you'll learn something from it or whatever, Anyways, I'm going to try and hold this as still as possible. I'm holding my cell phone to take the video. I'm kind of just chillaxing. I'm tired. I just finished all of my chores for the day. I got back from work. If you couldn't understand that. I'm exhausted. Okay. So, it's like just over 2 weeks before, or just under, 2 weeks till my friend comes up from Arizona, and I'm super stoked. Super excited. I have decided that I'm not going to do the doll masquerade this year, for Doll North. There's a few different reasons why, but mostly, I've mostly completed what I wanted to do for my outfit, but I just kind of decided I wanted to do it more for myself. Sometimes I feel like when I do those costumes, I feel like it's too much of a competition for me, and yeah, it's a competition, so it's too much of a competition, but at the same time, I don't like feeling that way, so I'm not going to do it because I'm not really that skilled, and it's not that it makes me feel bad or something like that. It's just that I don't want my my skills to measure up to just what I can compete with, and because maybe for a few or 8 or 10 years, like, everybody develops their skills at different rates and whatever, but for me, I don't have a lot of time. But the time that I do have, I want to make like creative stuff. I don't want to work on like fancy stuff that like is always something geared towards, like, oh, fancy doll masquerade, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, I'll show you guys my stuff. I'll probably make a post the weekend of Doll North. I'll probably dress my dolly up and bring it to the market or something. But mostly I'm going to be spending my time this year at Anime North with my friend Rob. I'm super stoked to see him again. I'm also cosplaying this year. I'm going to be doing Quistis from Final Fantasy VIII, which is super exciting. She's not one of my favorite characters, but there was a group that I met at kupocon. I don't know if any of you have heard of it, but kupocon is like a Final Fantasy based convention, and they're still quite new. I think the first time they came to Toronto was last year, December, and they're coming back again this year, December. I was a volunteer there last year, and I met some great people. And I had a great time. Everybody was so amazing and so welcoming. And I think that what I'm getting at is that I don't really feel safe anymore at Doll North or Anime North. Well, Anime North I haven't really been a part of for a long time. So I'm going to say Doll North because that's where I've been for a while. There's certain vibes that come in conventions, and a lot of it is becoming a little bit difficult to be a part of for me. And I don't know if that's because I know there's a few rumors going around right now and a few different thoughts and opinions on me and my relationship with nerdy doll girl Tiff. I don't really care. I'm not addressing it. Quite frankly, if stuff happened between us, that's our business. If you want to know more about it, come and talk to me. One-on-one, we can talk about it. But I have no interest in making a public like, oh, this is what happened, blah, blah, blah. That's not what I want to do. That's not who I am. But we did have a falling out. It's obvious. We don't make videos together anymore. We don't talk about each other anymore. We both started off together. So it's kind of a thing that people know. Anyways, but aside from that, I just generally don't want to be around the doll convention anymore. I noticed and realized that when I went to kupocon, the atmosphere of the people, you can go to a convention for many reasons. You go there mostly because you want to make friends who share the same interests as you. Well, I have a million different interests. So for me, I can just jump from con to con and never really settle on anything really. But I did start going to Doll North about, I want to say 6 years ago, 5 years, 6 years. I'm not sure. I'm probably off a year or two, but I feel like it's been longer because my son's been alive for 5 years and I know I went before that at least 2 or 3 times. So it's probably been closer to 8 years. I've been going for a long time. I've been a part of the community for a long time. Even though I didn't have dolls until a certain point. I feel like it's not the same atmosphere, the same welcoming, everybody here accepts you sort of atmosphere that it used to be. I used to feel like I could talk to anybody there. Everybody was so welcoming and chatty, and now people are just like, whatever, right? So, or they've got their own little cliques of groups within the Doll North community, which is totally cool, but I don't feel welcome in any of those groups. So like I have the odd friend here and there. Like I talk to a lot of different people. And there's a lot of people I'm going to meet. Like I've made like at least 7 or 8 sales that I'm going to be bringing to the doll convention this year and dropping off with these lovely, people who've bought off me. And that's great. Thank you. Thank you for supporting me. And thank you for being a part of the community. And thank you for meeting up with me. I'm sure that we'll say hi and chat and definitely all that stuff. But it's just something about it is not the same for me anymore. And it's not that I don't want to be a part of the doll community, because I've thought about this. Maybe I should just sell my dolls. Maybe I should just leave, blah, 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 blah. It's not that. It's just that sometimes there's these people attached to the hobby that make it less desirable for me. So anyways, I'm hesitant to bring this up because I don't really want to start anything over it, but I was going to do a panel this year, my regular, the one that I did last year, it's sort of like a welcome to dolls Q&A where people can come in and hold my dolls and touch my dolls and learn about my dolls and ask questions openly and feel free and comfortable. I met about 4 different people last year who came to my panel, and they really liked it because they were there with friends. And anyways, I kind of wanted to switch it up this year, and I was going to do something else, but that didn't pan out because there was other people doing the same things and it would have been redundant, and that's fair. I wasn't interested in doing something that was a replica of something else. But it turned out that when Doll North released their time slots for when they're holding their panels, which I feel is pretty late in the game, like it's basically, 2 weeks into, well, not quite 2 weeks into May right now, and I just found out the other night when in my panel is going to be. So I've already planned all my photo shoots for the weekend with my Final Fantasy VIII group. I've already planned where I want to be, when I want to be, blah, blah, blah. And while I understand giving up my time is my choice and all that, I also feel like there's a certain mutual respect where you should be communicated back and forth to based on whether you're doing something, and you should have ample time so that you can discuss these things or switch things around if necessary. But unfortunately, I wasn't given the opportunity to switch around. That's not something that was available. I'm not sure why I didn't ask. It's not really important. But I had already had I knew a month ago at least, when I was doing my photo shoot for Final Fantasy. So there was no chance I was going to say, oh, well, I can't come anymore, guys. Sorry. Like, we've been working on these costumes since December. And on top of which, like, we've already paid for a photographer for a private shoot at the same time. and it's just not going to work out. So anyways, so I kind of had to step back from that and go with my heart and my gut, which said, this isn't the year for me to be a part of the panel, and this isn't going to be a year where I feel like I want to, in general, be a part of the Doll North Convention. And that hurts me a lot. It really hurts me to have to feel that way, to have to say those things, and to have to decide on my own that there are things that are more enjoyable to be at right now because some people and some things that are happening in the community are making me feel uneasy, discouraged. Just a couple of words to briefly describe how I'm feeling. And I'm not going to lie, like, I'm super stoked. I'm going to see a bunch of people that I'm really happy to see. I'm definitely going to see all the people I sold to. I'm definitely going to see, I'm hoping to see Diana, the girl that I met at the doll meet. I'm hoping to see Chibi. I'm hoping to see Ainsley. There's a whole bunch of people that I want to see when I visit Doll North. And all the people who help run it, who are always there, the same people who are amazing, and they put their time forward. And I look forward to seeing them every year. For me, it's going to be difficult, but at the same time, I honestly feel like that's the best choice. And I don't know. Maybe some people feel the same way. I know that there's a lot of people who I've spoken to and they've said, oh, I'm not going to be at the doll thing this year, but you can meet me at the regular convention. And I'm like, is this something that people normally do? Or is it just that they've kind of stepped back from this whole convention-esque feel of taking part in dolls? Maybe it's just their private hobby. Or maybe they set up a table and sell. I'm not sure. I don't know. Anyways, there's some food for thought. Some tidbits of information that I'm sure some people have been looking for. I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on, and if you want to meet up with me, you're going to have to let me know, because I might not be around to just run up to and say, hey. Sad, but it's the way it is. Bye.